Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I was traveling recently to Mexico and decided to make this video to show you my experience. This video will mostly cover Mexican peninsula of Yucatan. I will be talking some basic information about the peninsula and also about interesting sites you should visit if you found yourself in this part of the world. Of course, don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. I'm preparing soon another video from one of the Caribbean countries, so stay tuned. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. So, let's start first by saying a few interesting facts about the Yucatan Peninsula. Yucatan is the eastern part of a Mexican territory and has size of a Denmark. This information will give you a better picture of actual size of the peninsula. Yucatan is a territory of 3 Mexican states: Campeche, Yucatan, and Quintana Roo. It's interesting to know that Quintana Roo is actually the youngest of all 32 Mexican states. Yucatan has access to Atlantic Ocean on the east side and to Mexican Gulf on the north side. For majority of the people, Yucatan is most known to be a part of Mayan territories. Their legacy is basically all over the place, from ancient ruins, temples, pyramids, gastronomy, and their ancient customs. Many people who live there at this moment have Mayan roots, and they are trying to represent Mayan culture in any way possible. During my stay in Mexico, I was based in Playa del Carmen. It's a quite big city on Mayan Riviera, approximately 1 hour driving from Cancun International Airport. Location of the city you can see on the map in the right upper corner. It's one of the most visited cities in Mexico and most famous as a touristic place with many resorts, hotels, nightclubs and nice beaches. Most of the footage of this video is done by walking in the most famous street in Playa del Carmen. It's a famous 5th Avenue, or in a Spanish language, Quinta Avenida. I decided to make my video during the night because I think it's the best time of the day to describe the real vibe of Playa del Carmen. Later on we will talk a little bit more about Playa del Carmen, but now let's first mention some other sites which are worth visiting in Yucatan. This part of Mexico is rich with historical sites, and it's probably one of the most important historical parts of the planet. Almost all of the sites are absolutely epic and worth visiting. I can make one video only about Mayan sites, but I will keep it short for now. The best possible way, in my opinion, is if you visit it by yourself. Alongside Chichen Itza, which is the most famous place, I will point out Tulum Historical Ruins, which is a stunning place just near the ocean. Also, it's important to mention few islands: Isla Mujeres, Isla Olbos, and Cozumel. In my opinion, all these places are extremely beautiful and worth exploring. Try to leave some time to visit one of the many cenotes, which are everywhere and can be reached easily by a taxi or a bus. More about cenotes you can find below in the description box. I will leave some links with more detailed explanations. As you can see now, this is my video from Chichen Itza. It's a place that will definitely awake the feelings of the past. There is also a part which is called Juego de Pelota. It's a ground where, by the legends, ancient Mayas played their games. Complex is also full of small tiendas where you can buy traditional Mayan things and souvenirs. Just always don't forget to negotiate the price for everything. This is actually welcomed by the locals. The next clip will show you a short but breathtaking view of the shore taken in Tulum historical site. It's one of the best views I have ever experienced in my life. Valladolid is also one of the cities I visited during my trip in Mexico. The city is located 2 hours from Playa del Carmen inside the Yucatan peninsula. The city is not so well known among the tourists, but it's really old-fashioned and real Mexican colonial city. The streets can offer a real picture of Mexican life, and it's absolutely worth seeing. Unfortunately, I didn't spend so much time there, but I managed to make some shots of the city center. I totally recommend to all of you to try a traditional Mexican dessert called marquesitas. It's one of my favorite Mexican food I tried, and it can be found basically everywhere in the city. Later in this video I will show you how this dessert is prepared by locals, so watch the video until the end. Now I will leave you to enjoy a little bit the streets of the city. Let's talk now a little bit more about Playa del Carmen and Mexican gastronomy. Playa del Carmen is not a typical Mexican city because, first of all, it's a touristic place full of people from all around the world with many luxury hotels, restaurants and beaches. I will start by saying that it's a wonderful place to try Mexican gastronomy. It's not so expensive, so you can try almost anything you wish to try. Personally, I really like to eat and try new things, so it was a perfect place for me. As probably many of you know, Mexican cuisine is absolutely phenomenal, and I cannot talk about all types of the food in this video. I will point out the most traditional ones, like tacos, burritos and enchiladas. You should definitely try all of them. But for me, personally, one meal stood out, and it's a traditional Mexican meal called chiles en nogada. I absolutely recommend to all of you to try this meal. It's really delicious, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. Also, if you already maybe tried this meal, please write your opinion in the comment section below. In this small clip, you can also see how they prepare the tacos on the streets of Mexico. As I promised before, you will be able to see in the next clip the way how locals are preparing delicious dessert called marquesitas. I had a conversation with two of them, but they were unfortunately too shy to speak in front of the camera. While you watch how this dessert is prepared, I will talk a little bit more about what to expect during your stay in Playa del Carmen. First of all, let's speak a little bit about the safety of the place. Mexico is usually mentioned as a dangerous country, but this part of Mexico is, in my opinion, safe for foreigners. Of course, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't be cautious at all times. Sometimes on the streets, the sellers will offer you to buy drugs, but this is completely fine for Mexico. Just be always polite with them and say thank you. I assure you that they will not bother you at all. If we talk about the prices, it is not really expensive place. Average person, without high demands, can spend a day in Playa del Carmen for $50 to $60. In Mexican peso, this is approximately 1,000 pesos. Even though Quinta Avenida is the most popular place, try also to investigate other parts of the city too. Like this, you will be able to see real streets of Mexico and the daily life there. Also, in less popular streets, you can find really great Mexican restaurants and shops with lower prices and enjoy great service. Playa del Carmen is also a great starting point to organize other excursions like trips to Cozumel and maybe a visit to coral reefs if you have interested in such an adventure. Official return ticket from Playa del Carmen to Cozumel costs around 400 Mexican pesos. My last and also the most important advice is not to come back home without good tequila or a Mexican wine. The choice is really big and I'm sure you will find something for yourself. If you liked my video, don't forget to hit the like button below and also subscribe to my channel. I leave you now to enjoy a little bit more of the scenes from Playa del Carmen. Until next time, see you soon.